Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a trip down the memory lane to way back when Pirate Island used to actually be a thing. I'm pretty sure I can safely say that you are not a real OG Black Desert player if you didn't go through the Pirate Island phase of this game way back when this used to be the best spot in the game. In my personal case, I just felt nostalgic and I felt like really revisiting this place to see exactly how bad it is today, or if it's, let's say, good enough to still be grindable compared to many of the other spots that were recently released. I personally didn't come here since around 2018, so around 2 years, way back when I used to actually speak like this. So today I'm going to be discussing about the Pirates Money Income. Now, for those of you who are new to this channel or just don't know in general how these videos work, so I guess it's safe to say that I did improve a lot since then, and it's time to see if the spot improved a lot since then. But before that, a quick word from today's sponsor, which, as we all know, you are not a real YouTuber yet unless you get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a free fantasy RPG with realistic graphics available for both PC and mobile. It has a total of 16 different factions with many different races such as elves, orcs, humans and many others, out of which my favorite factions are humans and elves currently, just because one of the starting heroes, Ethel, the human, seems to be pretty strong for a starting hero and it's currently my best one, and because I always liked elves in particular, so that would be my second favorite faction. There are also in-game tournaments, an arena mode where you can fight versus other players, dungeons for you to farm up and level your champions, and a campaign mode to go along with that. You can support this channel and download Raid Shadow Legends with the link available in the video description and my pinned comment. And if you're a new player, you also get 100,000 extra silver and a free champion, Lightsworn, to go along with that. You can find your rewards in the inbox in-game for the next 30 days only, so make sure to use that link while it's still available. That being said, once again thanks to Raid for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to our topic, which is Pirate Island. Let's start as always with the basics. First of all, let me make it clear, I didn't come here expecting amazing money per hour values, I just came here out of nostalgia. Second, this place was supposed to be grinded way back when not even The Awakening was released, back when 200 AP used to be considered a lot. So, you know, they are basically one-shottable monsters similar to Gahas, to Nagas, to Fogans, so don't expect high requirements in terms of gear. My AP is definitely overkill for this place. You might want to pay attention to my pets. I believe I have 2 tier 4 pets and 3 tier 3 pets. I'm gonna keep track of the trash per hour and not monsters per hour, that's why. So gear out of the way, class out of the way, which is a guardian. Rotation wise, I was using I believe it used to be called the jungle rotation way back when that was a thing. It's on the screen if you want to pay attention to it. First of all, how to get to this place in terms of, how to get to the rotation from the pier where you can find the raft manager, where you put your boat or you leave your boat. From there, the path to the rotation, which is quite far. I'm not sure if the main rotation would have been better, but I consider way back then, two years ago, the jungle rotation was the best rotation available, so I figured why not pick this one, since Pirate Island is basically deserted these days. Like, nobody really comes here at all. I only met one person for whatever reason. I found one person here in the 8 hours I spent in total, and besides that I only saw people doing bartering. So rotation wise, this is the jungle rotation. You can follow the way I did it if you want. I'm pretty sure nobody is gonna come here anyway, but if you do, for whatever reason, maybe in a year from now this place gets buffed or something, this is what I used. I had to literally use every single monster available, because without every single pack I literally was running into respawn issues. I believe this place didn't get buffed way back when the respawn rates for monsters was increased, so the respawn, I believe it's maybe 2 to 3 minutes so it's pretty long. These days most spots respawn the monsters after 1 minute. Rotation out of the way, gear out of the way, all of that boring stuff. Let's now talk about the Excel file and what I made out of the 8 hours spent here. I actually might wanna discuss a little bit about the 8 hours process before the Excel, just so I can put all of the screenshots and all that relevant stuff on the screen. So first of all, I wanna point out that I was able to grind here about 4 hours in total before I literally ran out of inventory space. I was using my 9 storage mates to keep moving the trash item each 20 minutes into the Calfian storage. Without these mates, I was literally unable to keep on grinding for 1 full hour. I did the grinding sessions in 1 hour sessions each. Basically, as soon as my loot scroll was over, I was leaving the rotation to go all the way to my boat and to try to put the coins on the boat. Without those mates, this place isn't really grindable. In terms of a horse, way back 2 years ago, I used to also bring my horse with me to overstack items, but these days on the Etheria sailboat, you cannot really carry the mount with you, and I was too lazy to buy one of those old school boats to be actually able to carry my horse with me. So that's out of the way. After the 4 hours, when I literally left the island to go to Calfian to clean up my inventory, and I returned back here with an empty inventory, I did another 4 hours in total, once again until I was out of inventory space and literally couldn't grind here anymore. I tried to save everything, every piece of armor, even though they are pretty worthless these days. This place drops a lot of accessories in general, the blue and red coral rings and earrings, so you need a lot of inventory space to grind here properly. Now, let's get into that Excel file. So this is the Excel file. These are the pictures with literally everything that I got after I sorted all of them. This is my inventory with what I could fit in the inventory to show it in terms of accessories. This here on the right, this is from the marketplace. That's why the armor pieces are stackable, which they are not really stackable, but you know, it's a picture from the marketplace. As you can see, I got a lot of armor pieces and all of them are pretty worthless. I would say just sell them to the NPC if you can. Then I kept all of the coins in the trade items in hopes that I would actually trade these in Valencia to get the most profit out of them, but I kind of got bored halfway through and I ended up trading in all of the coins in Hyder. I'm pretty sure that's what most people are going to do if they even bother to go to Pirate Island for maybe 3 to 4 hours, you know, just for the fun of it. I'm pretty sure most people are not going to bother to go all the way to Valencia to trade in a couple of coins, so I felt like Hyder was fine. And then a small picture with the pirate bandana, the trash item, just so you can see how much silver you get if you trade these in. Yes, it's so old school that you actually have to turn in the trash to make the most profit out of them, which, if I can find it, it's around 2.1 thousand silver per each trash item if you do turn them in. This place actually does drop silver as well. I remember 2 years ago this place was very annoying way back when silver actually did have weight, but these days that's not an issue anymore. So in terms of items from the Excel, you can see you get a lot of different types of items. As I said, inventory management wise, it's not really very good. What carries most of the money per hour, as you can see, I made about 60 millions per hour average, which is really bad. It's the worst spot tested in this series so far, and I would say one of the biggest factors to that is the fact that I got only about 4.5 thousand trash per hour average with a loot scroll and a Kamasil blessing, you know, the basic for this series. The normal loot scroll, a Kamasil blessing, no Agris buff, and that's about it. Usually with a loot scroll I should be getting at least, you know, if it's an area with one-shottable monsters, it should be about, you know, 9 to 12,000 trash. So getting only 4.5 was really disappointing, especially since if you look at exactly how much money I made from trash, if I can actually find it, I think it's no, this one, the trash. I didn't actually. check it. In any case, the trash alone was, I believe, around 9 millions per hour, which is really bad. Then after turning in the coins in Hydel, I made about 55 millions, and that would bring the average to about 7 millions per hour just from the coins. And another source of income, the cash that was dropped, you know, the pure silver drop, was around 4 millions per hour. Besides that, a very pricey item that drops here sometimes is the Black Spirit Claw. For whatever reason, these are around 23 millions these days, so they are pretty pricey, and I got 5 of them in 8 hours. I believe most of these dropped between the 2nd and 5th hour, after which my luck turned to really bad and I didn't get any more. So these definitely boosted up the money per hour quite a bit. And besides that, all of the other items are really cheap. All of the armor pieces are super cheap, you know, below 100,000 silver each. The blue coral ring, the blue coral earring, they are both really cheap. I mean this is the earring, never mind. The rings, both of them are cheap, but the earring, the blue ones, these are okay-ish in my opinion. These days they seem to be about 8.3 millions each, but back when I tested this place like 4 or 5 days ago, they were actually 10 millions each. So I would say out of everything that you get here, the income, let's say about half of it will come from the blue coral earrings. You get a lot of these, maybe 3 to 4 per hour, so that's maybe 30 millions per hour just from the blue earrings. Then you have if I can find them, the claws, which should be maybe 1 in 2 hours, so maybe another 10 millions from this. And then you add the turn-in coins, which are annoying to turn in. The trash loot itself, maybe 10 millions per hour from that, and 4 millions from drop silver. So again, the income in general seems to be very bad, but 60 millions actually isn't that bad. If I took away the loot scroll, I could estimate that this place is maybe worth 40 millions per hour, maybe, without the loot scroll. And comparing this to what I used to get 2 years ago, that's actually a really big improvement. I was actually talking about this in the guild chat, how much the silver inflated in the last 2 years. In 2018, getting 20 millions per hour was actually pretty good. I believe back then in 2018, getting 30 millions per hour was considered really good, you know, the high-end income. And these days, 30 millions per hour is basically junk. If you get that, you shouldn't be grinding that spot. So it's interesting to see the differences just in 2 years, how much higher the threshold is for income. In any case, this was an interesting project to look at, just, you know, looking back at Pirate Island. And yeah, as most people probably expected, this spot is not good these days. You really shouldn't grind this place, and it really shows because the place is deserted. As I said, nobody grinds this place. Experience wise, I didn't test this. I mean, I did test it once, but it's for a different series that I'm probably going to start next week, maybe, hopefully. I will just say it seemed to be meh. The experience is nothing really amazing. It's probably just decent or below decent. But again, these days most people care about money per hour and not experience rates. So hope you found something out of this, you know, interesting. If you were really curious about how Pirate Island evolved over the last 2 years, this place needs a buff. It desperately needs a buff to be called relevant, which is a bit sad because the place in general, you know, the Pirate Island area looks very nice, and I always found, at least, the fact that it's a remote location where you need to go with your boat, and the fact that it has pirates, I don't know, it seemed always interesting to me. In any case, I will leave it at this because I'm starting to ramble, and we all know it's not good to get too far into that. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this, hope you whatever and other stuff. I don't know how to end the video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. Comment if you have any questions, and I will see you next time with a different video. Bye bye.